Would you rather win an EVO or get third at Gamers A for 100K? I'd rather win an EVO. Yeah, to me, this is all about legacy, 100%. I don't compete for money. Money is not what I do it for at all. Money is a means to an end to allow you to spend time to pursue the passion. So, yeah, I guess winning 100K would help you buy like a couple years if you don't have any major emergencies. And also, I think maybe not everybody, but I think I could flip winning an EVO to 100K. I think I have that talent compared to a lot of people in the FGC. I think I could flip winning EVO to a lot more money. Getting third place at Gamers 8 and getting 100K, yeah, I'll get that check right there. But I can flip winning EVO to be maybe 100K for a couple years. Playing for Legacy is crazy because the FGC doesn't really do a good job in preserving history and the players that made it. I absolutely agree. That's why I do a lot of stuff talking about player history. Like, I did the whole video on Snake Eyes winning the CPT West tournament, and a big part of what I did was trying to play up Reynolds and his fighting game history. Oh yeah, Reynolds, KOF 13 EVO champion, Samurai Showdown, 4th place finish at EVO 2019, tons of KOF wins, top DVFZ player, top Strive player, and according to Twitch chat, a scrub carried by JP. Who is this guy? I do feel like there is a huge legitimacy and legacy concern or drain in the FGC because nobody knows the fucking history of the players. And because of that, and because of the discussion around characters being broken or top tier, I feel like we question the legitimacy of our wins. And I feel like that's a dangerous, slippery slope. Because if an EVO champion and a guy who's dominated many other games for years is a carried scrub who's never done anything in his life without JP, I like to use my platform to always support the players and support the perspective of, hey, I don't care how broken a character is. The people winning are people who have been putting in work for a long time. And on the off chance that somebody does start winning who came out of nowhere, it's not because they're carried. It's because they're that fucking good and did it quick. If we don't push for that message, if we don't reinforce that, there's a culture of just completely nothing matters. No wins count. You can always shift the goalposts. Some characters do carry though. Yeah, but the carry is minuscule. Like the Twitch chat, the carry is you're literally a fucking silver player and you're winning major tournaments. You get what I'm saying? The characters carry over the finish line, yes. But you got to understand that finish line between where you are and that finish line. Twitch chat is down here. They're off the screen. So yes, they might carry you the last 2 yards, but some people aren't even the fucking stadium and they don't have that perspective. It's not guaranteed that these tournament results matter unless we all agree that they matter. And I am on the side of making sure that we agree that these results matter. Otherwise, the goalpost could always be shifted. So I try to use my platform to push for the concept of legitimacy in that sense. Preserving player history, respecting the players who are competing, that sort of thing. Didn't Men in Season 1 of Street Fighter V kind of go through this? Yeah, in Capcom Cup 2017, you got disrespected like fucking crazy. And now he's the fucking GOAT. People were wondering oh, why you're trying to support Reynolds, whatever. It's because it's sad to see, dude. Because character, I mean, I totally understand rooting for Snake Eyes in that moment. Even I was rooting for Snake Eyes, right? It was an amazing tournament win for Snake. It was beautiful. I get that. I totally get that. And the character matchup, I get that 100%. But there's a line where it's dude, this isn't some dude who just doesn't know how to play fighting games. This is another EVO champion and a dude who's been at a top level of 5 games, 6 games, winning tournaments. This is 2 great players, historic players battling it out at the highest level. You can go under tweets of UFC fighters and see comments calling them scrubs. It's just idiots on the internet. I agree, but the thing is, sports have more legitimacy behind them. Video games are not balanced by physics in real life, right? Video games are at the whim of developers. Fighting games are at the whim of developers. So I think there's a lot more of there's a lot more ground for people to stand on to completely discredit people's wins. There's a lot more ground because the argument can be made that, oh, it's just a badly made game. And so I think that allows bias and that sort of mentality to be even more rampant. Yeah, some games are just not fun. DNF was almost a fun game. But if you're winning in DNF, you're winning in DNF. That's just how it is. You'd have to put up with a bad game to get there, but yeah, if you are the DNF champion, you are the DNF champion. I don't care what bullshit you use to win. Goichi won in DNF, yeah, a carried scrub. Goichi's never won in a fighting game in his life. So that's my point. I'm always on that side. Twitch chat had some wild takes on Haitani during EVO. Yeah, I saw people were saying that Haitani's carried by Modern. You know, like, this stuff is so easily lost. So, I don't know. I think I have a YouTube platform to help combat that to a degree. And so that's why something I want to try to do more. Yeah, I think the big problem is, you know, top players on Twitter make it infinitely worse. Top players on Twitter talking, you know, they speak in hyperbole, and they talk, you know, out of pocket, and then people who aren't part of the conversation take that and apply it without the right context. Yeah, Reynolds' KO off Evo run was one of the best Evos I've ever seen. I watched that in college with a bunch of homies who none of them played fighting games, so we all just you know, gathered round the couch, watched Evo, and that KOF 13 top 8 was the best set. It was the best tournament of that Evo. We were all rooting for Reynolds.